All right. Who I have here today is Shivana from Vancouver, Toronto, Canada. Yes.
Toronto, yeah.
So, hello, Shivana. We're glad to have you here.
I'm so excited. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yes, absolutely. By the way, I just want to say you look amazing.
Thank
You look,
you.
right? I was telling you
Aw.
before we got on, you just have that glow on your face. Truly.
Yeah, I honestly, I'm feeling good these days. So good.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about you, your background, what you do, and things like that.
So I am a mom to a little boy. He's Max. He's 6. I'm a realtor. I love my job helping clients buy and sell homes. And I am also an older sister of 2 sisters. I have my mom and dad who live here in Stouffville with me, just north of Toronto. And, I'm just having a great time learning to appreciate my new home. I moved last year and I love my new space. So this is my fancy chandelier that I love. So I'm just, having fun.
Yeah, always having fun.
Yes, finally.
Yeah. So share with us, Shivana, like how was your life like before the mentorship?
Honestly, we were talking before, and I look back over the last few months, and I don't even know or recognize the person that I was before because, I know that I was probably on a path without focus. I didn't really know what I wanted, what I was doing, and I was just sort of floating, but I knew that I wanted to get somewhere. So, when I was on that call that introduced you, I was like, oh yeah, I definitely need something. So it was intriguing what you had to say. I know I wasn't in a good spot. So I was like, okay, I'll do a call. Let's just see, what I'm going to find out.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So share with the audience. So how has life changed for you since the mentorship? What's been happening since then?
So I think one of the big things is like learning to like know my own worth, my own value, uh, learning that I am a person that I should love first before I love anybody else, including my son. Because I think if I can show him that what I want and what I can do for myself, he can do the same for himself. So that was like the big transition for me. And now that that's sort of, and something you practice every day, it's not something like you've done one time, okay, I love myself. It's a continual process every day. But now that I've learned that, I realize that there are so many other doors that can open when you love yourself and you understand who you are. And that doesn't stop. I feel like that's like every day I find and I discover something new. So like that heightened sense of awareness of myself and also the things around me and the environment around me and what I want that environment around me to look like and feel like, that has been, I think, far and away the biggest personal change for me.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I always talked about that self-love is everything. It's the foundation, right? Because
Yeah.
a lot of times we're conditioned to want to help other people, right? And then we ended up putting ourselves last, right?
Absolutely. I was one of those people.
Yeah, right. And then you felt burnout, right? Things like that, and people getting sick, and relationships seems like falling apart, right? But
Well,
then
there's always like a tug of war when you're so used to pleasing other people, but now you're going through this phase where you want to do things for yourself and you're starting to draw boundaries. Like there's always this tug of war, which was there before, but now you're defining it, and people are like, "Hey, wait a minute, you always did this for us." And I'm like, "Well, I don't really want to do that anymore. I want to do this for me and spend." And it's more like my time. That was the big one that I didn't realize. That's what they were fussed about, was me not being available as much. I still am happy to do things for other people because I love helping other people. So, my parents, whatever they need, I'm happy to do it. I mean, I just bought them a fridge. They needed a new fridge, and I was happy to do that for them. But it's my time, right? And I realized that spending time with myself and alone time was something I never did. And actually now I don't think I would give it up so easily. I really want it. So
yeah,
that's the time getting up in the morning, which is when I spend most of that time.
yes.
I set my alarm and I get up, and sometimes I don't even need the alarm. I'm already up before it because I want it.
Right.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful. And working on yourself. Give it to yourself first so you can give to other people, right? And your son and family and
Yeah.
clients, right?
But it makes you feel so good when you can do that giving to other people. And sometimes it's just your time and your face to them. It's not really a thing. It's really just spending your time with them. And I realize now that, if I put myself first and do what I need to do, I have the time for them. Whereas before I was just serving other people and not spending time on me. that's when I felt burnt out. So now I don't.
Yes.
I don't have as much time with other people, but I don't need to. But, and I think now they kind of they see that and they value that time that we have.
Yeah, absolutely.
As do I. I do. I value that time with them too. Now I appreciate it, actually.
Good, 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 good. So what have you manifested? Like, let's share with the audience. Talking about
Oh my goodness.
manifestation.
Manifestation, like so many little things. Like this quarter, this is my second year as a realtor. And I said, okay, I wanted more clients this quarter. And I said, okay, I said 3 this quarter, but somehow I've got 3 for January. So now I've got to make that 9 for the first quarter. So, I can see by the end of the month, I've got 1 already closed and 2 more to go, and they're both active and we're looking every day. And I think that's just very imminent on their part to get in.
Yes, absolutely.
So,
I mean, when there's just been so many, right? Like, I think every week or so, you're like, oh, I had this aha, I had this manifestation.
oh, I know.
Right?
Yeah. There's always something new, but I think the big one for me is I was very skeptical of how to find new clients as a realtor. And I realize now that, coming from that place of being grateful for them and being able to help them. And these are all first-time home buyers. And I had a first-time home buyer last year who him and his girlfriend just said to me, oh my God, thank you for taking that burden off of us. They just didn't know what to look for, where to start. They were going all over the place. And I said, okay, we're going to look here. We're going to do this. And when it came to offer day, they were so focused. I gave them a plan and like, they were so happy. And I was so happy that they got it and they were so excited. And now they're living in their new house and they're so like amazing. So I mean, it's so awesome to see these people struggling, not really sure, directionless. I give them a plan, we work with them, and now they're so happy.
Yes. So now it's like before I remember we were working on like how do I find clients, right? And I said to you, just focus on you and you're gonna start attracting clients because clients are everywhere, just like opportunities, right?
They are.
Happen, right? People start like reaching out to you. Yeah.
Yeah, you do. And I know I've been coached and taught that, you got to make like so many phone calls a day and it's a grind and, you got to do this. But truly, I haven't been doing a lot of that. When it feels good to pick up the phone and talk to 15 people in a day, sure, I'll do it. But when I'm too busy, I'm working on other things, I just don't feel like it. I know that I don't need to. I don't have to worry because I think that was one of the big things for me is like going out on my own and, will I be okay? And I know now I'm going to be fine. Actually, I'm going to be great. So I'm not worried anymore.
Yeah. I mean, that peace of mind to not have to worry. Like,
oh, it's so freeing, so much freedom in that. So you get up and you can breathe that full breath every day. It feels so good.
Right? You just feel so light.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so valuable, I can say. Yeah.
Huge. Yeah.
Good. So, what made you decide to invest in the mentorship in the first place, Shivana?
I mean, we were talking and I knew that I needed change in my life. I had already some changes that were going on and I just felt like I was not in control of what was happening. And it's my life to live and to decide what needs to be done. But I was having trouble making decisions. I was having trouble finding my focus. I was trying to, finding myself. And so I knew that I needed help. And I looked at the success I had in my business with a coach and with some type of mentorship. I was like, okay, well, I need the same principle in my personal life. So I wasn't really sure what you were offering, to be honest. But I know of so many other people that have had such amazing results and they speak so highly of the program. I was like, okay, you know what? I need to jump in. If I want my life to change, I need to take control.
Good. And have you gotten control? Have you learned about decision making?
Oh, huge. I realized that, if that's the first thing, if I don't decide on anything, nothing's ever going to change. So, you have to just look inside and see, what is it you really want and then make that decision and go on, right? Don't look back, just keep going because if you keep going down that road, more doors and more opportunities will open. You just have to set the path.
Yes. And you said something earlier, Shivana, is like knowing who you are and then knowing your worth. Can you speak a little bit about that?
Yeah, because I as I said, I was always the person that was the people pleaser. And so, when I say I didn't want to do that anymore, like I always felt bad from other people's opinions of who I am or, what I'm not doing for them and so forth. And, I kind of felt badly saying no to people all the time. And I just felt stuck always saying to have to do what I was doing. And as much as it is a joy to help people, I didn't like the way it was happening. So when I learned that I come first and that I need to spend the time on me, it became actually more joyful and became easier to help other people because I served myself first. It's kind of like the airplane, put your own mask on first before you help anyone else. It's the same thing in your life. You have to help yourself first, because if you don't do that, you cannot help the people around you.
Right.
And I think about the people around me, a lot of them have changed, right? I don't have the same circle. My circle is not nearly as big as it was before. It's a lot more refined, smaller circle of people, because these are the people that I truly want to spend the time interacting with that really make the difference in my life. I make the difference first, but now I can focus on those that really are there to positively influence my life.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. So what would you say, like, where do you think your life would be at if you didn't invest in yourself? What do you think your life would have?
Oh, I'd still be unfocused, not knowing what I'm doing. And I'd just be like, hey, if I have a client, I don't have a client, I'm working, I'm not, am I getting what I want out of my life? Am I not? Like, I don't even think I would have bought this house and done any of those things. I honestly was determined to find a small apartment and rent and just stay there and just be quiet and just, try to make my way. But I realized that was not really a plan. I didn't really want to rent. I really do love and I believe in home ownership. And I was like, okay, so you know what? I need to do something that really makes sense to me and it's meaningful to me. So when I bought this particular property, it was something that needed a lot of work. In my opinion, it actually just needed a lot of love. And when I realized I was going to go down this road, I was like, you know what? This is my life. I'm going to be here in this home for a long time. And I want a beautiful life. So I just made it everything that I wanted it to be. So I put in like everything that I'd ever wanted. I was like, you know what? I know I'm not going anywhere. Why am I going to wait to have the things that I want? Right? I can afford it. I'm okay. And I'm going to be fine. So I'm going to enjoy my life and I'm going to have those beautiful things that I want now. Why am I waiting? Right?
Yes.
It's like a person that renovates their home to sell it. It's like, well, you didn't get to enjoy it. No, I want every day to be a beautiful day. And I don't want it to be just me that's beautiful or the things that I'm doing. I want it around me in everything that I do. So
absolutely.
I chose it.
Awesome. And I always talk about, and this is what opulence is, Shivana. Opulence is being able to enjoy the finest thing in life.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. We all deserve it. And I remember you said, you wanted everything like for your house, like even the chandelier, right? That you said, beautiful. And
yeah.
You deserve it. You deserve to have everything that you want in life. And most people wait and settle, right? And they tell themselves, oh, I don't need to have that, right? But it's like, you don't need
or I can have it later. And I was like, no, you don't need to have it later. You can have it all now, but you have to, you have to really want it and, it'll come. Like you have to do the work, truly, and it'll come. But I actually look around this house every day and I'm stunned that I'm standing here because I love it. I wanted to feel a certain way when I woke up and I walked out my bedroom door in the morning and I have it. I'm like, now I can have every day feeling amazing, vibrating on like maximum energy. I can go about my day and have like a great time, right? Transfer that to the people around me, to my clients, my family, my friends. It just comes now. It's here, it's inside of me, but now it's around me and I can just send it out there. So I love it. So I feel like I'm floating on a cloud right now. I love it.
Yeah, and you are, because you look amazing. You're like exuding this energy. No, seriously, and it's just beautiful inside and out, right? And you truly deserves that. And then, but it took you realizing that you got to treat yourself first, right? And then,
yeah. But I've learned that the more you focus and the more you do that, there's always more. Like, don't look inside. Like, before it was like, well, if I do this, I won't have time for this. I won't have time for this, or there's not enough for that. But really the abundance comes from inside, right? So now it's like, there's room for more, no matter what it is. Yes, I'm busy. Yes, I have a lot of things on the go. There's room for more. Always, always, always. So to take that mindset and that attitude, just there's room. You can make space for anything that you want. You just want to do that.
Right. And make space for your life, because you're the one creating your life, right? Who else is creating your life but you?
Right. I feel like before I might have just been like aimlessly going and life was happening to me and I creating my life. Whereas now I'm like, I want this, I want that, we're going here, we're doing this, and I have a direction and a purpose, right? Because before I was like, well, whatever happens, happens. I'm like, that's really no way to live.
Right.
True. Now that I see it, now that I understand it, why on earth would you live that way?
Mm-hmm.
So I think, like, honestly, the growth that you can have in your own life, totally achievable. You just need help of someone like Amy. Like, I totally grateful every day that I now have that focus. And because without that, I wouldn't be having all these things in my life that I love so much, right? And I wouldn't be so much more calm and at peace and really enjoying and having fun, right? Because that's the thing is, like, you're only here for this much time. So have fun. If you're going to be here, like, enjoy it, right?
Yes, beautifully said. Okay, beautifully said. So last question for you, Shivana. So if someone that's watching this right now and they're thinking like, oh, I'm not sure, like they're on the fence and they can't make a decision about the mentorship, any piece of advice that you can give them?
Yeah, if you just want, you want that personal growth, it doesn't matter. Like, it's not the money that matters, it's the growth. And the growth is worth a million times the money that you spend on a program. As long as you are willing to put in the work, to make the decisions, to look inside and do that, that's all you need. Really and truly, that's all you need, is that focus, that determination, and that consistent effort to that. And if you can do that, you can change anything.
Bam.
Change anything. Yeah.
So powerful, Shivana. Thank you for your time and thank you for your beautiful wisdom. And I'm really excited for your transformation and what's to come. We've only really scratched the surface.
I know. I'm so excited. Like, it doesn't stop here, guys. Like, we just keep going, right?
No, we're scratching the surface, right? And
yeah.
Imagine what's to come, what else you're creating, because I know you're working on some exciting project.
Yes, I know. I was setting aside like 2 hours a week. I feel like I've got to bump that up, but now that I've kind of settled other things in place, like my other business, I can spend a little bit more time and bring on a partner and, other people. It's like, it's important to realize it's okay to ask for help, and it's okay to have other people in your circle because you need them, right? You can't do it alone.
You can't. Yep. That's
actually, that was one thing you actually, I didn't say this earlier, when after I said, okay, I'm going to do this program, and I still had no clue what I was signing up for. And after I was like, okay, I'm doing this, you're like, oh, by the way, it's a group study. I'm like, what? I don't want to talk to anybody. I thought it was just us. And you're like, no, it's a group. I'm like, no, I no, can I not do this anymore? But now that those people in our group are far and away the best part of my day, because if I need something, I just have to, even if I don't reach out and talk to them, I just have to scroll up and look at everything that everyone's doing. It's so empowering and uplifting. Like, this is my tribe now, right? So I can't be without these people. This is my group. I need that. So community, guys, community is everything. So this is a strong community here. You need to be here.
Absolutely. Look at Shivana from going like being like not a loner, but be like, oh no, but now it's like loving, right? Everybody.
Yeah. I couldn't believe that I didn't know it was a group. I don't know if I wasn't paying attention. That's the other thing. I wasn't aware. I was like not listening. I'm like, I'm signing up for something. So funny.
Well, thank your inner self, right? For trusting our intuition, follow that, even though you had no idea, right?
Nope. Yeah.
But she led you to this and even more in the future. Yeah. So thank you for your time. And I know we're going to be back here down the line in the future to document more things.
Sure.
Your manifest.
I'm excited.
Yeah. Second part 2. Okay. We'll be back.
Okay.
Thank you, Shivana. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.